Donald Trump's poll numbers continue to just get worse and worse, and I gotta tell you, I'm loving every second of it. But as it stands right now, today, Donald Trump has not been more unpopular than he is right this second than when he first announced his presidential run in 2015. When he came down that escalator, which might be the most American thing ever, announced he was running for president, at that moment, Donald Trump was super unpopular. But then things rebounded. He started doing well in the debates. He did well in the early primaries, went on to kind of sweep the whole damn thing. His approval rating went up, although it was still not great in 2016. And then it just kind of went to hell from there. Until now, when it finally bottomed back out to the lowest it's ever been. Not only that, his approval rating within the Republican Party is the lowest it has ever been. Here's the numbers. Right now, only 31% of registered voters have a favorable view of Donald Trump. So less than a third of the country views him favorably. He has around a 70% favorability rating within the Republican Party, which is his lowest since 2016. So he's got less than a third of the general public registered voters at large, and a little over 2/3 of the Republican Party itself. Those are numbers that tell you you cannot win a general election. Not just that you're going to struggle, but that you can't win. But the reason I think it's important to look at those early numbers, right, the 2015 numbers, is because when he came out and he was super unpopular, he was unpopular for different reasons. He was unpopular because most people at the time, myself included, viewed this as a little bitty vanity project. He was going to run for president for a couple months. Oh, he was going to do maybe a debate or two, and then he was going to leave, right? We all kind of thought, yeah, this is stupid. He's an idiot, whatever. We didn't know what kind of leader he would be because we didn't have to think about it because none of us thought it was ever going to happen. But then he won. And at that point, people got to see what kind of leader he was going to be. People got to see the corruption. We heard from more than 20 different women who claimed that he had, in one way or another, either assaulted or harassed them. We heard the Access Hollywood tape. And all of this was after that historically low approval rating. So we already didn't like him before. But then we found out who he is. And the more we learned over these last 6 years, the worse his behavior became, his numbers dropped back down. But this time, they dropped back down for good reason. Not saying it wasn't good reason to begin with, but I'm saying that nobody knew who he was or what he would be as president. We knew who he was, but you know what I'm saying. We didn't know who he would be back then. Now we do. And now everybody's looking at this, most of the country saying, hell no, we're not going back to that. And as I said, that's not just bad news for his campaign. It's effectively a death sentence for the campaign. I recently found a way to stay cool at night, which means I can finally sleep through the night. And since I started using Miracle brand self-cooling bed sheets, I stay comfortable all night long. And did you know that traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat? It can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses, and it's just gross. Miracle brand offers a whole line of self-cleaning, eco-friendly bedding such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent 99% of bacteria and require 3 times less laundry. Using silver-infused fabrics originally developed by NASA, Miracle brand sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long. So you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with natural silver that prevent 99.9% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands. The sheets use a premium 500 thread count sateen weave that's made with USA grown Supima cotton, which is one of the highest quality cottons in the world. And it's better for your skin. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Clean sheets means less bacteria to clog your pores and fewer breakouts and other skin problems. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF to try it today. And we've got a special deal for our viewers. Be sure to use our promo code ROF at checkout to save 40% and get 3 free towels. And Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle brand. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF and use the code ROF to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/ROF.